The boy appears, kicks the bucket, and says he graduated, and will never go through this poverty again. The woman is perplexed by his attitude. And the boy continues to be rude and say insulting words. The brother arrives and goes to greet him. The boy asks to move away. The boy says he graduated and will no longer be in poverty. The man questions why he acts like this. The boy says he is leaving and will never return to that house again. The brother asks why to do this. And the boy says he's leaving. They both question why they act like this. The boy says he will get something better than staying here. The man doesn't understand anything. The woman says that the two of them paid for the boy's college education, and it helped a lot. The man says he is right, and that is illogical. The boy takes the suitcase and says he said he would leave the house one day. She says not to be rude. The boy laughs and says he will never be poor again. The man tells his mother that the boy will regret what he did. The bricklayer gives the boy instructions. He says he wants to talk to the boss. The bricklayer says he is in the office. The boy says he will talk to her, as he will work here, and says he will be his boss. The bricklayer says he understands. And the boy says goodbye. The bricklayer says the boy is a poor guy. He gives the man a plan of the land, and asks if he has seen the arrogant young man. The man says he has people who are rude. The bricklayer says to forget it and solve the problem here. The man says the location is wrong. The bricklayer says he's right. And the man says pay more attention. And the two say goodbye. The girl hears a noise, and it turns out the boy is cutting in line. The boy says he needs to talk to the person responsible for everything. The girl says she needs to get in line. The boy says she didn't understand, as he has a good education at a great university. The girl says that she still needs to queue. The woman appears, excuses herself, and asks the employee what the commotion is outside. The girl says she will solve it. And she adds that today it was full of people. The woman asks to organize, and not let the riot happen. The man begins to feel pain in his stomach. And he asks where the bathroom is. The girl shows where it is. But he goes in the opposite direction. But it was all a cover to talk to the owner. The boy greets the owner. And he comments that she came to fill the position of architect. The owner asks if she has made an appointment, as there is nothing scheduled in her diary. The boy says it was spontaneous, and he decided to come to her, who is responsible, because of all the candidates he is the best, due to his good training and also a recent graduate with several new ideas. The owner says that this is HR's responsibility, and she has the whole scheme of getting the data, going through the interview, and there's all this bureaucracy. and after all that, he comes to her. The boy says that he was the student in the entire college who had the best grades and several awards. And he's sure he'll be the best choice wherever he goes. And it will add a lot to the company's growth over time. The owner says that the boy really has a very interesting CV and an enviable background. And she wonders if he can start now. And she says it's a joke, and says she'll wait for the boy in 3 days. It's time to fix everything, and his contract. The boy says that she will leave all his documentation and his training history, and he is sure that she will not regret the choice she made. The owner comments that these recent graduates, everything has gas to work with. The owner is a friend of the boy's mother and the man. And she went to see some clothes, which she gave to the woman to do the job. She says she has already finished the job. The woman says she will take it then. And she checks if everything is okay. And she finds a portrait of the woman, and asks if she went by accident, and questions who she is. The woman says he is her son. And she asks the reason for the portrait nearby. The woman says her son left. The man appears. And the mother says what happened. And the man thinks it's funny. And soon after, the mother says that she is sad, because her son turned against them and left just because he graduated and left them aside. And the owner of the company says not to be like that, because she has a lot of people who act like that, but the truth is that she has nothing to add anywhere. The boy's mother says she did everything for him, paid for his studies so he could act this way. And soon after graduating, instead of rewarding them, the son turns his back. The man says everything will be fine. And the mother thanks her for the support. And the woman tells the man's mother not to be sad, because she has her good son by her side. And her other son will regret it, and because he graduated now, he thinks he's someone, but he's not. The woman asks what the man works with. He says he works in construction. The woman asks his role. He says he is a bricklayer, but he does a little bit of everything in the company. The woman asks if she really understands everything. He says he works at a big construction company around the corner. The woman says that she understands, and says that now she will pay for the clothes service. And she counts the money. And she says she will give a tip, and says to accept it. And she thanks you for the service. And the woman says goodbye to everyone there. And they are happy for the big tip the woman gave. The man asks if he asked to call him. The woman greets the man. She asks if she knew she was the owner, and the man says no, and is surprised. She asks to sit. She says she has something to say. And she comments that the man will not continue in this role any longer, because they are making adjustments to the staff, and they are changing a lot of things. And above her, she has other people who command the construction company networks, and she is only responsible for this one. The man says he really needs the job. The woman says that orders from above she cannot deny, and he will no longer be able to perform the function he performs, because someone else will do it now. The man says he has nothing to do. And the woman says that she hopes he understands, as we cannot be attached to a position, as everyone needs to evolve. The man says he's been through this. And the woman says she knows he will stand out wherever he is, because she knows he is a hard worker. And whatever sector he stays in, he will be an excellent professional. And she says that starting tomorrow, he will no longer be in the position he is in. The man says he will leave the uniform on the table. And the woman says the truth is that she is going to promote him. The man asks what he means by promoting. And she says she will be his sector manager. The man says he has no training. The woman says he will have a scholarship, and the company will give it to him. The man says he doesn't even have a second degree. The woman says she will arrange all of this. And she just wanted to congratulate the man on his new promotion. He asks if he's sure. She says yes, because she is counting on him. And she welcomes the man. He asks when it starts. The woman says tomorrow, and asks her to go to HR. The boy arrives at the office and says he came as she asked. And he asks what his brother wants. The owner says that she should have more respect for the man, because from today on, he will be the boy's boss. He says it's not possible, because he has training. The owner says that she knows, and comments that knowledge alone is not enough. Furthermore, wisdom is needed, and the man is quite experienced in the field. And the boy says he didn't even finish school. And the woman says that the man knows how to do what the boy never did. And therefore, the man is his boss if he wants to be. The boy says he studied, and has several recommendations. The owner says he never practiced the profession. The man asks if he can leave. The owner says yes. And she finishes by saying that if she wants, it will be like that. The boy says he will practice the profession he graduated in. The man is passing all instructions to the bricklayer. And he tells details of what has to be done. The bricklayer thanks him and leaves. The man's mother appears. They greet each other. She asks how work is. He says he's fine. She asks if he is hungry. He says he's going to take her to lunch. And Mom says that's good. The boy appears and greets them both. He says he came to say hi. Mom says it's good to see you. The boy says he has work to do. The brother asks if he wants to have lunch together. He says he has a lot to do. The brother says he is the boss, and he authorizes it. The boy says it could be then. And everyone leaves together.